Really? You're happy this morning. You're happy this morning, yeah, babies. So we ended up figuring out what was wrong with her. She has thyroid issues, overactive thyroid that was causing like the diarrhea and the vomiting and the drinking and excessive eating, and she's been on 0.1 cc of thyroid medication for 4 or 5 days though. I think today was the number, today was number 5. And what you do is they give you finger condoms, you put them on your finger, and then you put 0.1 cc of the thyroid medication on the inside skin of her ear. You do one ear one day, one ear the next day. Her going to the bathroom is better now, and she's got way more energy and stuff now. She's moving around more now. She loves sitting here by this door. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pool needs to be topped off, so I'm working on that right now. Got up and got the garbage put out. The kids, neighbor kids and everybody came over, and they were having a good old time splashing every which way. And here comes the heathens over here. So I'm getting water put in it right now, topped off the chemicals and stuff like that to get everything balanced, and everything it's all coming together. Anyway, I like these outdoor. It's like made of a recycled plastic, and it's really soft, weatherproof, really soft on your hands, your feet and stuff like that. You want to lay out on them. So I got those to throw on the deck so the kids would have a spot to lay down instead of laying down directly on the wood. They had a good time over the weekend. They used this all weekend. We got some of the lights put up. I think one of the lights got knocked down. I gotta get under there and get that damn light put back up, and I ordered 6 more of those LED lights for them. Oh, I got a little sidetracked. I had a neighbor that never stopped by before stopped by, and he was like, "Hey, you did that giant deck by yourself?" And I was like, "This little old man." And I said, "Yeah, I did it by myself. My family helped, a little bit here and there, but the majority of it, I did it." And he said, "That's big, man. It's a big deck." And I said, "Well, it is pretty big, but it's far from perfect." And he was like, "Can I pass the dog off to my wife, and can I just come back there and look and see what you got going on?" And the old man came back there, and he said, "I built a lot of things in my life." And I told him, I said, before we even went back, I said, "This thing ain't perfect, man. It's built good. I built it really good, but it's by no means perfect at all." And he was like, "Perfect? What is anymore?" And I said, I just want to forewarn you, if you're coming back there to look at a piece of art, it ain't." And he was like, "Yeah, come on, you're being too hard on yourself." So he goes back there and he looks, and he's like, "Wow, you did a great job. Everything," he says, feels strong, real strong." And he said, "I can't believe you did this by yourself." And I said, "What?" "Yeah, how long did it take you?" I said, "I've been working on it for a few months on and off. I got sick in the middle of all of it, ended up in the hospital and stuff. It had been done earlier." And he said, "Wow, this is nice." And he said, This is good to see nice stuff like this being built in a neighborhood where we all live, and brings up the value of homes and stuff." And talking to the old man for a while and stuff, and kind of giving me some of the history of he said, "I've been living here 53 years. And he said, this place is you see all these homes and stuff that you see here, they're kind of built during wartime, and they were built very cheap, and how none of them have basements." And I noticed that everybody's on a slab. And he said, "Well, the reason for that is this was a swamp. This was all swampland in here. None of this was here. This was part of a like a river or creek off of a river that used to come from up north of Wisconsin back down through here. And over the years, it dried up and dried up and dried up, and then they started building homes in the areas where it dried up." He said, you dig into the ground, you notice how you get about a foot down, maybe 6 to 12 inches, and all of a sudden it's sand. And I said, I did notice that. I started to get a lot of real heavy, dense, like muddy sand. It wasn't mud anymore. Once I got about a foot down, it was just like piles and piles of muddy sand. And he said, yeah, that's because this all used to be a swamp through here. And that's what is in this area. And that's part of the reason why people poured slabs and they didn't pour basements and stuff, because the ground out here is so wet that it would ruin people's basements. There's so much moisture in the ground out here that really a basement just can't. I learned so much from this old man, just letting him talk and listening to him for 15, 20 minutes. Mind you, it's gonna put me about 15 minutes behind getting to work, because I only had about 5 minutes to spare. So I had to tell him, towards the end, I said, man, I'd love to sit here and just talk to you and learn about the neighborhood and stuff like that so much more. So maybe if you have time on the weekend or evening, you want to come over and kind of teach me about the area out here and what I'm working with, where I'm living. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. And we shook hands and walked away. I forgot his name already. I'm going to have to probably hear his name a few times. And but it's nice. It's nice learning from somebody. It's nice just shutting up and listening to somebody else that's teaching you something that you may not have ever learned anywhere else. And I love listening to our older folks. I mean, this guy had to be every bit of early 80s. He's walking his dog. Just listening to our older folks. And he had the typical flannel shirt on and the blue jeans. And he had a veteran hat on. Super nice guy. Really nice. And I was just, it made me feel comfortable speaking to him. It made me feel at ease just speaking to the man, just letting him, just listening to him talk. Something about our older folks and our older generation, whenever they speak to you, and if you're not one of those people that have to have something to say, and you can just sit there and be quiet and listen, it's very soothing. I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not. Even some of you out there that are, not necessarily young, that are 40, 50 years old, maybe you feel the same way about listening to our elders, talk to us and teach us things and educate us on topics and, what you will. But I just felt like that was very calming to me. Just listen to the man talk. Listen to, respect your elders and listen to your elders, right? Definitely. Good morning to y'all. I hope you slept well. And I hope you feel good. And if you don't feel good, you figure out how to make yourself feel good. God bless you. I hope you have a great day. Be blessed.